Hey 49ers fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Chat Sports, and today we have a fresh San Francisco 49ers news and rumors video to get you guys ready for tomorrow's Thursday night football game at Arizona as we take on the Arizona Cardinals, trying to go 8-0. Let's see what happens here. But first, predict the score in the comment section down below and who wins. So who wins and the score. If you get it right for tomorrow's game, we will Venmo you here at Chat Sports $25. Again, very simple. Comment what the score is going to be and who wins. Got to get both right. And then if you do get it right, we will Venmo you guys $25. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into the report. Let's start here with what Richard Sherman thinks, or who Richard Sherman thinks should be the Rookie of the Year, and that is Nick Bosa. Yes, our star rookie defensive end has been absolutely fantastic so far this year. He's fresh off a 3-sack and an interception performance against the, I guess you say, this past Sunday, whenever the 49ers continued their hot winning streak and continued to ball out against the Carolina Panthers. Teammates have had high praise for him, but many people think he might not just be Defensive Rookie of the Year. He can make a case for defensive MVP in the entire NFL. Richard Sherman went on to say he's one of the best 49er draft picks they've had in over 10 years, and then the quote is what's really cool. Quote, he deserves Player of the Week, or Rookie of the Week, or Rookie of the Year, or everything. It's just if he just kept the stat line as it is right now, he could win Rookie of the Year. Right now, he should be in line for defensive MVP. How about that praise right now for our young Nick Bosa, the star defensive end? He's right. Now, he did win Rookie of the Week, or Defensive Rookie of the Week, I should say, for his performance against the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. But Rookie of the Year, I think, is an absolute lock. I mean, Quinnen Williams is basically the only other person out there who I would consider to be in the same league, and he's not having anywhere near as good of a year. Now, he's on a very different defense, which is understandable. But again, stats matter for these kind of records or these kind of awards, and Nick Bosa is absolutely the number one rookie in this category. But now we start thinking about defensive MVP, and there are some other guys who are doing pretty well, but this is a real possibility if these stat lines continue for Nick Bosa. What do you guys think? Will Nick Bosa win Rookie of the Year? Type Y down below for yes, type N down below for no. I think I should see a lot of Ys, along with score predictions, down below in the comment section. Okay, other bit of news here is important for tomorrow. The Cardinals were active at the NFL trade deadline as they traded for a running back. So, of course, they play Thursday night. The Cardinals have multiple injuries at running back, including star running back David Johnson, or I guess probably past star running back David Johnson. I don't know if we all still consider him to be a star, but they did trade for the Miami running back Kenyon Drake. Didn't give up much. They gave up some later round draft picks, but Drake is a player who, when you look at the stats this year, 47 carries, 174 yards, no touchdowns, 3.7 yards per carry. You're like, oh, okay, well, he's not that good. But if you've watched any Dolphin games or went back and watched some film, he can be pretty dangerous. He was easily their best running back until they decided to take away his workload a little bit and focus in on trading him. So this could add a new dynamic to the Cardinals, I guess, offensive attack or running attack. Will it be deadly on Thursday? Because not a lot of time to know the playbook. Probably not, but he will be out there. That is something to keep an eye on when you are watching the game on Thursday. The Cardinals, we're going to preview the game here in just a couple of minutes, but they're a decent football team. Should the Niners win this game? Absolutely. But you never know. I mean, they got Cliff Kingsbury who can scheme against the offense, and they also have Kyler Murray, and now they add Kenyon Drake, so we'll have to see what happens on Thursday night. But as I said, the Niners should win, and that's what I'm betting on the Niners to do on Thursday night, and I'll do it through BetDSI, who we partner with here almost every single 49ers report on Chat Sports. Listen, if you've not bet on the 49ers with BetDSI, you're missing out on a lot of money. All you got to do, go to chatsports.com/bet, use the promo code 49ers, and then you get a 120% deposit bonus when you first sign up. So let's say you want to put $100 down on the Cardinals game. Well, you use our promo code at chatsports.com/bet, and you're putting down $220. So there's a lot of money to be made, especially since the Niners are favored to win on Thursday. So I'm telling you, I've said every single week, it's never been easier to bet on the 49ers. It's never been more lucrative to bet on the 49ers. So again, chatsports.com/bet. All right, question, how many points will the Cardinals score on Thursday? That defense is pretty good, right? Well, we'll see. How many points? Let me know. Whatever you guys think down below. I guess that I'll know whenever you guys comment with your score predictions. So I'll be looking through them. Curious if you guys think the Cardinals can get to 14, 17, 20. I don't know. tough defense, and obviously that tough defense is not going to be having, or is actually going to be having on the offensive side, possibly Matt Breida. Now, newest rumor here on the 49ers report is that Matt Breida might be able to play on Thursday after injuring his ankle on Sunday against Carolina. Now, the whole point in this week, he did not go on Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. I believe he was out of practice today, and then it really is more of a game time decision on Thursday if he is going to be able to go. We got to remember that Raheem Mostert is also injured, so he probably will not get to go. So most likely, a lot of Tevin Coleman, a lot of Jeff Wilson Jr., and then if Matt Breida can or cannot go, mix him in there as well. Kyle Shanahan was asked yesterday about Breida's availability, saying, if we had to go today, it wouldn't be good, but staying optimistic on that. Hopefully, he'll be limited tomorrow. I was talking about today, which he was. Hopefully, he'll be ready to go. So, again, what I take away from this, Matt Breida obviously is a huge part of the offense, but Tevin Coleman's fresh off of a 100-yard rushing 4-touchdown day, which I started in fantasy, by the way, so extra points there. I would expect Breida, if he does play, to have a limited role, but Cardinals' rushing defense is not that great, so if you have Tevin Coleman, or really, if you want to go grab Jeff Wilson Jr. off the waiver wire, I would go ahead and do it because it sounds like Mostert is out as well. So probably mostly Coleman, probably a little bit of Breida if he's able to go, and then Jeff Wilson at the same time. So we'll see, but the running tech for the 49ers has not really mattered who's back there, as you have massive holes schemed up on the offensive line, and Tevin Coleman or Breida or Wilson or Mostert are running right through them, so I'm not too worried about if Breida is unable to go. Have you guys subscribed to our 49ers Only YouTube channel? No? chatsports.com/49er TV. If you guys subscribed to that yet, if you haven't, it's the fastest growing 49ers channel here on YouTube. We're up to almost 7,000 subscribers. So if you like the 49ers, which if you watch the video, I know you guys do, give it a subscribe. We do a ton of 49er content basically daily here at Chat Sports covering the 49ers, and I highly encourage you guys to give it a subscribe click. And we would, see you guys in future videos. That way you're notified whenever they are coming up in the next couple of days. All right. Final bit of news here, and then I want to get into the preview for the game. Cliff Kingsbury, this is just kind of fun. Cliff Kingsbury said in his press conference the other day he's not really sure how to slow down the 49er defense. The Niners are number one in total defense. This is what's crazy. They're number one against the pass. And I keep saying this, but remember last year, they were not number one against the pass. 11th against the run as well. But Kingsbury was asked, I believe by a Niner reporter, I think it was the NBC Sports Bay Area reporter, about how he intends to, attack the Niner defense. And Cliff said, I don't know how to slow those guys down the way they're playing right now. We'll have to plan. We'll have a plan in place to try and maximize who we are as an offense. Like I said, we know it's a tall challenge. So Cliff Kingsbury is being honest, saying, hey, I'm watching the film, and I'm seeing what you guys are seeing. This is a tough defense to move the football on. Ask Carolina, who was a very, very high-powered offense coming into Sunday's game, and then, of course, they got rolled 51-13. So it's a tall task. We'll see what happens on Thursday night, but I think that this is just, another pat on the back for us 49ers fans, as multiple head coaches are now, anytime they play against us, they're going, man, tough to beat them, tough to even play against them, and that's exactly why we're 7-0. When was the last time you guys were this excited for the 49ers? That's my question here. Were you this excited back with Kaepernick? Were you this excited back during the Super Bowl year? It's been a while since we were this hyped. When was the last time you were this excited for a 49ers team specifically? Let me know down below. And finally here, let's dive into a quick preview. I always do 3 big talking points that I want to look at for the game. Obviously Thursday night, 8:20 p.m. Eastern time in the Big Toaster down there in Arizona. San Francisco right now is actually a 10-point favorite. So, Vegas is leaning pretty heavily on San Francisco. Here you go. My big 3 points. Number 1, prep on short weeks. We've seen in the past, time in and time again, that if you're the worst team, if you're the Cardinals, you have a very high chance of pulling off the upset on Thursday because of the short week. If the 49ers come in, fresh off their win against Carolina, and go, we can beat them, we'll be fine, then they might end up, getting surprised, getting a little shocked there because, Thursday games are hard to plan for. Number 2 is Sanders' growth, and I want to see it continue. Emmanuel Sanders had 4 catches last week and a touchdown. I want to see him continue to grow week in and week out. I think he can become an elite receiver in this offense, and I think it's just a matter of time. Will it start on Thursday? I don't know, but that's another big key I'm looking out here. And also, if Sanders becomes the star that we know he is he going to elevate other receivers? Could Bourne or Pettis or Goodwin be elevated and start playing better as well? I don't know, but we'll have to see here later on this week. Also tomorrow, and then later on in this season. And finally, kind of already touched on this, but making sure we don't overestimate the Cardinals. Because again, Cardinals are what, 3-4, 3-4-1, 3-3-1. They're pretty average. They're a pretty average football team. They're not going to be a playoff team. They're the worst team in our division, but they are a divisional opponent, and I don't want to go into a Thursday night game and have to, sweat it out and be biting my nails because the Niners decided to not show up. Now, they've shown up every single week so far. It's why we're 7-0. I'm not worried about it, but just wanted to make sure I address it. Just keep an eye on that. We don't want our first loss to be Arizona on a Thursday. I'd much rather it be to a better football team like the Saints coming up, or the Seahawks coming up. Now I want to win all those games. But let's just not make our first loss be the Cardinals, and then we're going to be just fine. But again, Vegas has us as a 10-point favorite, so I think it's probably a double-digit win. They're going to run the football a lot, and I do think Emmanuel Sanders could have a very big day. Indoor conditions can be beautiful there inside the Big Toaster down in Arizona, so plenty of scoring opportunities. If you have any sort of Niners on offense, I would definitely start them against the Cardinal defense. There we go. All time we have for today here on the 49ers News and Rumors video. We'll see what happens with Matt Breida. That's kind of the one injury we're keeping an eye on. Whether he goes, whether he does not. Again, maybe he goes, but he'll be limited. So looks like it'll be a heavy Tevin Coleman Thursday night, which is fine by me. Be sure to subscribe because, again, we'll be doing the grading video Friday morning, so get ready for that. Hopefully we're grading another 8-0 Niner win, but we'll see what happens on Thursday. All time we have for today. For Chat Sports, I'm Thomas Mott, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.